Wow. Um, Another game where pro refs completely screwed us. Start the game off really well. Pookie gets on the score sheet, which was very exciting. Early goal, 1-0, obviously. And, fourth minute, you can't really ask for a better start. Pookie getting on the score sheet, Reynoso with the assist. Yeah, great, perfect start like we wanted on the road, and we've been good on the road. And then an unfortunate goal, a deflection goal for Cade Cowell, assist from Jackson Ewell, and I might be being a little harsh, but I think St. Clair maybe could have been a little better on it. He reacts kind of late to the deflection, and it sneaks in the near post. Even though it was a bit lucky, I felt like it was soft, as in the fact that we could have maybe done better in that, but like at the same time, it was a deflection, so you can't completely blame Dane. It's just a bit unlucky, especially because late on in the game, Dane had 2 or 3 insane saves from headers that kept us at 1-1. But yeah, so 1-1, and that's in the 16th minute. San Jose ends up scoring that goal, which, unfortunate, but we move, and then the whole rest of the first half was kind of a bit back and forth. Both teams having moments, but I thought we were the better team in the first half, not scoring, but creating more opportunities. Just really not capitalizing. Sonny Dotson could have had a goal in the first half when he should have. There was just a couple opportunities where we should have been more clinical in front of that, and we weren't. Sonny actually had 2 tonight, one early on and in the first half and one late, where the later one was a harder goal. But the early chance, in my opinion, you should have slotted away in the bottom corner, but he went high, easy spot for the goalie to save it. Regardless, going to halftime, 1-1, and not a bad spot to be. Come out strong in the second half. In the first half, Ray got a dumb yellow. I forgot to mention that. Didn't need to try to stop the replay. I think Ray, that's one thing he needs to do, is stop picking up silly yellows. And tonight, that was one of them. He could have at least saved it for later if he was going to pick up one. And even then, he didn't need to. So, like, picking up all these yellows, one game he's going to be out when we might need him, unfortunately. But regardless, come back out at halftime playing quite well. Both teams playing well, actually. Both teams having opportunities, especially in the second half. San Jose late on in the second half, I should say, had a lot of opportunities where they kind of squandered opportunities in front of that, or Dane made some huge saves. But in the 62nd minute, there was a goal disallowed. Pookie scored a great goal, bar down, but he was onside, but it was disallowed for the previous play. Stopping the ball, hits Ray's shoulder. Never in a million years should be a handball. It does not make the player bigger. He's in a natural running motion. It was not clear and obvious. There's so many reasons why it should not have gone to VAR. It was just such a bullshit call. Excuse my French, but complete bullshit call. Believe it was like upper shoulder, this area that the ball hit. So I've seen Weeby on MLS talking several times during handballs, showing a silhouette of a player's body, and that exact spot where the ball hit Ray's shoulder being supposed to be deemed a non-handball area. But of course it is. And just absolute awful call. Yeah, I know San Jose fans are going to disagree with that, but completely the wrong call. Um, and if it was vice versa, I would say that because I've been very non-biased in the past for certain things. But yeah, the just refereeing standards across the world is pretty piss poor, from Premier League to even worse standard in MLS with the pro referees. They are absolutely clueless. Deciding when to apply rules of law for certain teams and non. So it's a crapshoot, but like that's what you get when you watch MLS. It's like a circus. They just want some clicks, but yeah. So this loud goal, I'm gonna disagree with it completely. Yeah, whatever. But then Brislow comes in for Tashuri, who had a good shift, played quite well, I thought, or played well. Didn't play as good as he did last time, numbers wise, getting on the score sheet and whatnot. But I mean, he played well. I thought he's a good addition. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, the rest of the second half, it was like a bit back and forth. Both teams creating, trying to get that game-winning goal. Mender comes on for Pookie late, and Mender, I thought, had a great cameo off the bench. I think Mender off the bench is a great shout, and next game he'll have to start as Pookie, Reynoso, and maybe even Sanbing, who I think got called up for South Korea, will all be missing. I'm not sure about Sanbing. I know about Timu, Pookie, and Rosales will both not be available. So yeah, but I'm sure Pookie was frustrated to get that goal called off, as it was a great finish and shouldn't have been. Yeah, so that's all I really got. Boxel also picks up a yellow card in the 85th minute. So go into the player ratings and kind of wrap it up. We'll go with Dane St. Clair. We're going to give a 8 out of 10. Some huge saves on at the end, but like I said, I think it could have been maybe a little bit better on the goal. Rosales, a 6, played well at left back. Tapias, a 6. Boxall, a 7. Valentine, a 5. Trap, a 7. I think Trap had a good game. Greg Goose is 6. I think Greg Goose did not have as good of a game as he has been recently. Tashiri, a 6. There was some stuff I liked, some I didn't. Reynoso, a 7. Yeah, 7. I would have gave him an 8, but the yellow card I think was stupid. Dotson, an 8. I thought Dotson played well today. Pookie, 9 out of 10, my man of the match today. Should have been 2 goals, but it's only 1. Brislow, a 7 out of 10. Mender Garcia, a 8 out of 10. I thought Mender was really lively off the bench today. So, yeah, that's my player ratings. Yeah, we got screwed in my opinion, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are going to just say I'm complaining because my team got screwed, but I mean, it was definitely not a penalty. But oh well, we move on. It's not going to be the end of the world. We'll still probably make the playoffs. It just really depends on where. With this league that just wants to allow everyone to make it into the playoffs, and with our front office who is very okay with just making the playoffs. I mean, yeah. There's just a lot of problems. I feel like playing well in certain departments, but yeah, not much else to say really. Just frustrating, very frustrating performance. Now, even though you told me we were getting a point on the road, we've played one less game than San Jose. We're a couple points ahead of them, or I believe one. Or no, we're tied on points, but goal differential, and we got like one less game played, so an opportunity to gain more points, I believe. So, trying to think, but I think that's where we stand. So, regardless, it's not the end of the world. So, but in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it feels like we dropped 2 points because we got screwed. But yeah. Anyway, as always, come on, you loons, and thanks for tuning in. It's a kind of late one, so I'm gonna get to bed. So as always, come on, you loons. Peace.